Well,
Welcome to
you
You Can Sip With
Sip With
Us.
Us.
I'm Colleen.
I'm Ashley.
And this is going to be a little bit of a fly by the seat of our pants episode. I'm
Fly-by.
holding on to pants and flying in the air because we were supposed to have a guest today that did a big no-show.
Yeah.
They no-showed. So we showed. We always show.
We showed.
We showed.
Do you know what I was thinking, actually?
Yeah.
I think we should get a little credit for that.
What?
Recently, I was thinking, we have shown up every single week with the exception of batch working but there has not been a single week that we have not released a brand new episode. We still
There's
haven't
been one
released-
week.
When?
There was one, we took 1 week vacation like 2 years ago. I remember
and we
because
just
that
didn't
was a
release
big
anything?
deal. No, we re-released one episode, but we did an intro that we're like, we never do this, but it was like when you were on one of the big trips and I was on a big trip, and it was just like, let's take 1 week where we just don't.
So
but it was like a big
going-
deal. So that, but otherwise,
This, I know. Okay, that's my big grand. No, but even still,
but
that's
it
still
is.
impressive.
It's still.
I see
yeah.
a lot of people starting podcasts, and then like I was following someone recently. Well, I've been following this person, and she started a podcast, and then someone answered a question like, "When's the next episode?" And she's like, "Sorry, we were really busy, but we'll be back to regular scheduling soon." And I was thinking, that's the tempting thing to do, but I am proud of us for never really doing that. We started this podcast in 2018, November 2018. So to take one time, and we show up twice a week. We record twice a week. Go us. We show up.
I mean, I literally was waiting. We were waiting for the guest. I had my pumps in.
You had your boobs
because
being
this is
sucked.
a commitment.
Yeah.
You know, and you've shown up to the pot 100 times pumping or whatever. Baby's crying.
Right.
Like,
or we're on vacation. Like next week, I'll be recording from my annual, conference or whatever. We record on location. We record from around the world if we need to, or we plan ahead. We are professionals.
Oh yeah.
Very professional.
Professional. So professional that we don't have a backup plan for today, but we do have. If this falls perfectly because it's 2 Sips Tuesday, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Chad, we're gonna do listener emails, voicemails, 2 sips. We're gonna putz around in the inbox, and that is always a grand slam.
Yeah. Because our listeners never let us down.
No.
Through.
And our advice is always terrible and entertaining. And so
our advice is always unqualified.
Yeah. So you guys, it's gonna be I'm coming back around to, you're in for a real treat. This is a slam dunk situation.
This is a fly by the seat of our pants home run is what this is.
We were going to talk to someone who runs a brewing company, and we still might. There's probably some good reason. There's a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, hey, and I won't mention the brewery until we can really hype it up with the guest, because I'm excited about the guest. I lost your audio. Can you still hear me?
Oh, I can still hear you.
So you guys are in for a slam dunk, and I have a hangover topic from.
Wait, are we going to talk about what we're sipping on?
Oh yeah, okay. So, guys, there was an audio crash, and then we came back, and I thought I knew right where we left off, and I didn't. But here we are.
So what are you sipping? You had a little Starby something.
Yeah,
special.
I have a Starby. I did a caramel macchiato without the sweetener, like without vanilla.
Okay.
I just did. It's basically, I didn't need to order a caramel macchiato then, but it's just an iced latte essentially with a little caramel drizzle. And then I also brought a beer because we were going to talk to a brewery master.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to drink that beer.
Right. I am drinking that beer. I am drinking a hazy IPA, and then I'm going to back it up into a blonde. You got the hazy. Do you like
I
IPA?
It too. You know, I don't know if I'm like a IPA gal.
Yeah.
But I'm not an IPA gal.
Beer is very good for your milk supply, Colleen.
Today, it seemed like this one chose me. I looked through the selection and I thought, there she is.
That's the one.
I'm
dying to see what you think, because IPAs took me years to grow accustomed to.
It was good.
You like it?
I do like it.
Great news. I brought it back up just in case.
Yeah, they're
'cause
strong. They pack a punch.
Well, this hazy IPA is very strong. It's like 7% or something. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully we'll get her back on, but if not, I
Thanks for
still
the
think
beer.
that this beer. The
Yeah.
reason that we were going to get her on was because I posted a video or something. I don't know. I posted a picture, something. I don't know, where I was drinking one of these, and she reached out, and so I already liked this beer. It's the best gluten-free beer that I've ever found, by far, hands down, easy peas. Okay, so we're doing listener voicemail or listener emails. Hangover.
I got a hangover. Listen,
What's your hangover?
if you're not over on Patreon, you're making the biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah, your minced meat.
Okay. We're here on Tuesdays, but then on Fridays we hang out over on Patreon, patreon.com/you can sip with us. We spill all the beans there about everything. Okay.
Literally.
But on Friday last week, we got into this conversation around which like triple threat or double threat, like what Hollywood players can you watch in a movie and like be like, yes, that person's really good in a movie, and then also like hear them on the radio and say like, yes, they're also I can buy them multiple places and believe them.
It started because we were talking about J-Lo and her X
Yeah.
Factor and how she can nail it, and then we started going down the rabbit hole,
Yes.
being like, who else can do this? We
Who else
decided
can
even
do
Taylor's
this?
not capable of it.
Oh no, but like Jamie Foxx was a yes.
Jamie Foxx, Childish Gambino, whatever. What's that guy's name? He's
Donald Glover.
Yes. Donald
Yeah.
Glover is a yes.
So I got a text message from a friend who listens to the pod. And she said today, she said, hangover topic, more doubles and triples. Mandy Moore and Vanessa Hudgens discuss. She said, I loved This Is Us and kept shouting Mandy Moore in my car, but you didn't hear me.
Yes.
And I get that from a lot of friends that they're like,
shouting.
I'm talking back to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm part of the conversation, but for some reason you're not letting me talk.
Right.
You know?
Oh, because there's a bunch of Ashleys involved. Ashleys don't let anybody else talk.
Yeah.
She
So what
runs
do
the
we
show.
think of Mandy Moore and Vanessa Hudgens in believability of double or triple threat situation?
I would say yes. Mandy Moore actually has transferred more into the actor realm than singer realm, even though she can sing. Like, and so if she put another album out, totally, I'd be like, yeah, that's what she started as. I get it. Yeah, that's a great one. Great call, friend.
Mandy Moore, she's famous. She's very famous.
Well, because of This Is Us now.
Yeah, This Is Us
she
is
was
big.
not as much famous recently until that.
Yeah. And I'm not a This Is Us gal.
Same.
So in some ways, I was just about to say, and thankfully Casey said This Is Us, but I read the text, we talked about it, and I still forgot, like, what has she done lately? Like, I don't, like, she's not super relevant in my life.
Tell me one thing she's been in lately.
Major freaking.
Right. I think she was nominated for, like, Best Actress.
Oh, yeah. She's been, like, red carpet. She's been very much present, but, like, I don't think about her often.
No.
So in a way, I want her to do, like, something Oscar worthy or a real big like music comeback. You know,
her music was never that great though.
Yeah, no edge.
Like, it was fine.
Cotton Candy.
It was Cotton Candy.
Yeah. Fluffy Duffy.
It was a little bit like, I actually
sweet,
similar to Jessica Simpson. Actually, that's another one who's acted and sang, but I don't think she belongs on the screen. She belongs in my ears.
Yeah,
not on the screen. She
did. What was the one with the short shorts and she was like very teeny tiny?
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. And that seemed to me like fine because that we're not supposed to take that seriously.
Right.
You know?
Right.
What I mean? So
yes.
It's like, fine, I don't take you seriously anyway. I mean, I don't take that it was good for her, good opportunity. Entertainment. That was entertainment. She's an entertainer.
Yeah.
I don't even like her music.
I don't either. I don't like her voice. But her book, I like her. I like her a lot. Vanessa Hudgens I'm going to have a hard pass on that, and I'm not sure why. I feel about Vanessa Hudgens the way I feel about Ariana Grande. I have absolutely no reason to not like her, and yet I don't.
Yep.
She just kind of bugs.
Vanessa Hudgens, when I think her PR people, her agents have some work to do because when I think of her, I think Coachella. I just think someone who's partying it up with a lot of Coachella.
Oh,
the music
Coachella.
festival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought you said cella.
I think about a cello.
I think about she's been in so many orchestras that I just
Yeah.
can't get it out of my head.
I think about fringe vests over tank tops with.
Yeah, that's true. I also think about Zac
Oh.
Efron,
Yeah.
which is just like a teeny boppy. It's like JTT.
Yeah.
You know JTT, Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Thomas.
He was like my first in my room as a girl. That was like the poster on my wall was JTT.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the era, even though he was pre Vanessa Hudgens, that's the era that's like the category I have her in, is like, oh, you're a cute little teeny bopper.
Yeah.
But
My friend wrote,
depth, I'm sure.
Vanessa's more of a Hallmark movie level actress.
Well, that explains it.
And that's exactly the thing. And that's
exactly the thing.
That's
we don't
accurate.
call that necessarily a double or a triple threat.
No. I lost.
You lost my audio again?
Oh, no, you're back now. You're back now. It was a weird robot demonic sound, and now you're back.
God. I think this house might be haunted or something.
This is a cursed situation.
This is a cursed
Okay.
Someone also said, I saw a message that said, I'm screaming in my car right now. They sent it to our Instagram, which I never check, but I was randomly in there today.
Okay.
And they said Harry Styles. They said Harry Styles been in
that's complicated for me.
Okay.
That's complicated for me because I've never seen a Harry Styles movie, so I can't say I've had like a reaction to it in a negative way, but he's so mega on the music scene. I do think I have a hard time with it.
I don't follow Harry Styles enough that if he were in a mega movie, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's Harry Styles. Because I don't like, you know, like I don't, I'm not like identified with him, or I feel like, I know he has been around for a long time, but he feels like he's sort of newer or something to me. I don't know why. It feels like in the last couple of years, he's really blown up and become major. So he's like, I don't know. I don't have like, I just feel like, sure, he could pass. I could put him in a movie. I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't but you're listening to his music all the time.
Yeah.
You're up on these things. Everything that do you notice everyone we've talked about are like past sort of music? Because I don't listen to music these days. Ever.
You know, it's like they're either too big in one area, music or acting, that when they do the crossover, I can't get there in the other avenue. Or they don't take like their Vanessa Hudgens level. I don't take them
like too irrelevant.
Yeah. Right. Where I think the magic about like the J-Lo is she started off kind of doing both.
Yes.
This one, that one, this one, that one. And she grew each of them at the same level versus getting too big, too powerful in one and then trying to jump to you see?
Totally.
I mean? So exactly actually, Vanessa Hudgens, there's a lot of hope for you because she could still, she could still build up. Where Harry's too.
Does she have the X factor? Vanessa Hudgens doesn't have the X factor.
No. You're right. So maybe the move, if someone wants to really make it in acting, like Taylor's got to drop some terrible music, make us fall out of love.
Sailed.
Yes, new ship.
Yeah, new ship. Jump ship.
Jumping ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I thought I had another hangover, but can't think of it. So, onward.
So instead, we'll jump into an ad.
Yes.
What's the first one? You told me.
Penrose Hill.
Here we go.
First leaf.
I swear, when we were in Long Beach last weekend for the 4th of July, we did a little wine tasting party, and we had some parameters set for us. And I went, and I was just standing there in the wine aisle like, I don't know what to get. What's going to be good? Am I going to ruin it for everyone if I pick one of these things out? And I thought, you know what I need is I need First Leaf. This is exactly this is what they specialize in. First Leaf does the hard work for us. They make it simple to discover new wines that you'll love without the hit or miss factor involved. Because First Leaf samples over 10,000 wines a year from around the world and selects only the finest bottles. They then take the time to learn what you like and what you don't, and then they'll send you world-class wines tailored to your taste. Literally, they pick them for you because you go online, you take a quiz, say these are these are the kinds of foods I like, this is the flavors I don't. Do I like red, white, rosé, bubble, whatever? And then they'll give you your curated box. Here's the selections we've picked, and if you want to do a little swap-a-rooski, you can. If they send you a bottle and you're not happy with a wine that you receive, they will credit you for another. Like, it just doesn't get simpler than that. It's so easy. It takes all the guesswork out of wine. And by the way, every time, like, you can continue to rate the wine, so your boxes will get more curated to you. And I have yet to send a bottle back.
Sign up today and you'll get your first 6 bottles for $39.95 plus free shipping. Go to tryfirstleaf.com/sip. That's tryfirstleaf.com/sip to get your first 6 bottles for $39.95 plus free shipping. Tryfirstleaf.com/sip. All right. The Hangover that I was like, I can't think of
Oh,
it. So
you got it.
onward. Well, I just went to our inbox and it's literally it's staring me in the face. But we'll just talk about it now.
Okay,
So
great.
this is a follow-up on The Family Affair. So recap.
Oh, I love it because it's like, it's a family affair, but it's also a family affair.
Yes. So
Stepping out.
where did we leave things off? Do you want to give a quick recap?
The mom ended up telling, I think the mom told the brother, right? Is this the case where
Family
the wife
business.
filed for divorce, or the wife threatened divorce? Then
Yeah.
the two brothers own a business together or whatever. They're in business with their family, with their mom and stuff. And the sister-in-law who wrote into us with the brother did some digging, found out that she's been like messaging the boss,
Yeah.
or messaging somebody,
A
and
number.
a number, and
Yeah.
turns out this is a guy, and he's also married, and they've been sleuthing around. So I think the mom told the son something,
Yeah.
but I don't know what. I can't fully remember. Do you fully remember where we left off? I know that she said she threatened she was going to leave again, but it still hadn't happened yet.
The mother-in-law mentioned to the sister-in-law that she noticed on the cell phone bill.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nothing to the husband
she went
yet.
direct to
Yes.
the sister-in-law.
Right.
The mother-in-law
Okay,
said
that's
she
correct.
noticed on the cell phone bill that she made multiple phone calls to a stranger every day for long periods of time. My
Yes.
sister-in-law told her that it was her boss, but we
Oh,
know that
that's why I
this
said
is a
boss.
lie given the calls taking place on nights and weekends while she was not at work.
Right.
And the phone calls stopped after that and the text messages continued.
Yes.
And the brother-in-law and her sister-in-law are definitely, like, the sister-in-law threatened to leave, but they're definitely, things are rocky. There's kids involved.
Yes.
Okay, so here's part 3.
Whew.
Are we ready?
I'm so ready.
Since last writing in, my brother-in-law asked me to plan a surprise 40th birthday party for my sister-in-law in July. Wow.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it has been a struggle to say the least. He still does not know our suspicions of her cheating. I told my husband I was saving an invitation and going to mail it to the possible lover, but I don't know that I have the balls to do it. I think her texting buddy is truly irrelevant at this point, and telling my brother-in-law will only make things worse. I am trying to make the party nice for her and something that she will really enjoy, but it's hard. Since all of this went down, I've been keeping my distance from her. I want to call her out on all this, but I'm afraid it will only make it worse, so I say nothing. Last week, my brother-in-law stopped me and begged me to make an effort with her because she told him that she texts me and I don't respond. I'm a busy mama too, and if I don't respond as soon as I get a text, it's not going to be answered. She texted me once and I didn't reply. I felt bad that I quote unquote turned my back on her and texted her asking how things were going, and I did not get a reply. My brother-in-law broke down and told me that she is leaving in a month unless he can change. Okay, this is quite a bit. I asked her what her conditions were, and all she could tell him was that she doesn't spend enough time with her or his kids, and they never go anywhere. What? Every day since then, she is pointing out different things that he does wrong, and then, so she's looking for a way out.
Yeah.
She's pointing out different things that he does wrong, and then the next day, he does what he can to fix the issue, only for her to bring up another issue. He's a dog chasing a bone. She since she gave him an ultimatum, he took the family to an amusement park for a fun day. He bought her a new dishwasher because
Oh,
she
geez.
complained about the old dishwasher. He's cleaning the house. He told him the other morning, he gave her a kiss and told her he loved her, and she said okay. So I think he told her, his brother, that. He asked her if he could take her away for her birthday, and she told him she didn't want to go. He asked her to go to marriage counseling, and she refused. She told him she's looking for an apartment and only wants to take her clothes in their spare car.
Okay.
She really wants a divorce.
Yeah.
She told him the kids can decide who they live with. They are 10 and 13. They
Oh,
are
wow.
distancing themselves for the rest of the family. He is refusing to cancel this birthday party, which is only 5 days before the date she told him that she's leaving. I'm not sure what the right thing to do is anymore. I think she needs help mentally, and counseling is the only thing that could help in this situation. I have become the sounding board for my brother-in-law, mother-in-law, and my husband, and it's exhausting. Part of me wonders if telling him about the quote-unquote texting friend would give him what he needs to leave, what he needs to let her leave. How do I help and not make things worse?
Oh, yeah. At
So
this
this
point,
is,
I would say tell him.
you think?
Yeah, I think tell him because he's asking her to like salvage this relationship and plan this party. And this marriage is not going to work. Even if it doesn't seem like, even if it doesn't work out with this other dude that she's having an affair with, like she wants out clearly, and she wants him to make it easier for her because she's too much of a coward to say I've been cheating on you. It's actually
Mm,
not you, it's all of these other, right? Like she's really being sort of a dick, I think, like saying it's all these things. This is just based off of the we think she's cheating
yeah.
situation, you know. But
Yeah.
this is, yeah, I would say at this point he needs to know, here's why I'm not interested in responding. I'm not interested in cultivating a relationship. She's treating you like garbage. This is what we learned. This is what we saw about the text messages. You don't even have to like, I mean, you could just tell him and then do with it what you will. You know, you don't necessarily have to say you researched it. But at this point, I think I would come clean because he's trying to double down on this and he doesn't have all the information. And in
Mhm.
the meantime, she's making him feel like shit. And he might then decide he still wants to make it work even with this knowledge. But then at least you'll know he is making it from an enlightened place if he wants
Mhm.
to make it work versus he's really working hard for this and he doesn't know, you know?
All
So then you
the
don't
full
like
scope.
really support him working hard for it. But if he
Yeah.
knows and he decides to stick and try to make it work, then you kind of got to support him, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
that's my thought. What's
Yeah.
your thought?
Yeah, something's got to give
Yeah,
because he's trying so hard to save this and she's trying so hard to not.
right. And also making it his problem. She wants him to be like the bad
Yeah.
guy instead of just,
Yeah.
you know, dealing with it and saying, "Look, I don't want to be married to you anymore and it has nothing to do with you. I found someone else." And dealing
Yeah.
with the shame and guilt and whatever is coming up for her around that.
She's not
Um
owning anything.
and she's not owning anything. She's trying to make this guy the bad guy. And that's
I
why I think
think
he needs to know.
so. Another option is to
Yes.
have, so it's not all just on the listener who wrote this, and like, because she doesn't like to be in the middle, but like sometimes part of being a family is you're spun up in this, you
Well,
know.
and I'm not also, I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I
Yeah.
love you, dear listener, but if you didn't want to be in the middle, you wouldn't have researched all of this and then written into us about it, right? Like there's a part, like a human side of you that's like, I kind of do want to be in the middle. But
Yeah.
now you're sort of stuck with you don't know where to go. So your brain is saying, I don't want to be dealing with this, but you kind of do.
And you don't
And
want to
also,
hurt
so do I.
people.
Don't
Yeah.
stop filling us in, right?
I
Like,
want to be,
I
yeah,
want to be
let the
right in
record
the
state, I
middle.
want to be very much spun up in this.
Hey, I have an idea.
Um,
Give us the brother's number and we'll let him know.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Put us
Give us
right in the
this,
middle.
give us the sister-in-law's number.
Right.
We'll give her a
Oh,
ring.
yeah. We'll give her
Yeah.
a little dial up.
But what I was thinking is, okay, the mother-in-law's already kind of stepped in because she talked to the sister-in-law about asking about why are you making all these calls to this number.
Yeah.
So I think potentially you have a family meeting where you have the mother-in-law, you and your husband, and your brother-in-law. So the only person
Okay.
not included is the sister-in-law.
Yep.
and y'all 3 give him the download so that he's hearing it not just from you.
Okay, but the only thing, do you think he might feel a little attacked?
Maybe, but maybe that's what it takes. I think it could be time for an intervention. He's like, he's not getting the message. You know, she's like trying to get an apartment and he's trying to plan a surprise birthday party for her.
Right.
And like, I also think it could pack more punch with his brother and his mom versus you.
The sister-in-law?
Yeah.
Yes, except for she said he's been coming to her. So it sounds like he does value her opinion.
Yeah, sure, value. But like, I'm just thinking intervention. Like, this is like, I think if you really want to help him, like, for sure have a conversation with him. But also, if you don't want to be the one running point on all this and taking the brunt of it all, like, your husband and your mother-in-law can also, you guys can be a united front. Just be like, these are the things. So he can get out of, he's in denial. He's in total denial. And he doesn't know the half of it.
But if you do it intervention style, it has to be very loved, because my guess is he's been getting his confidence hammered. Yeah. And he's starting to feel really insignificant and small. And that's probably why he's fighting for this relationship so hard. And the last thing he needs is to feel like his family doesn't support him or thinks that he's stupid or is trying to tell him what to do or whatever. Like, it has to be very loving and fully supportive, right? Like, if he decides that he wants to continue to make it work, you guys have to support him. Otherwise, I think that that's going to have the reverse, where he feels even lower. Like, now even my family doesn't trust me or like me or whatever. Like, I've seen where if people are in sort of, it doesn't even have to be an abusive relationship, but like these sort of volatile relationships where you start questioning your value, and then before you know it, you start believing that you don't deserve any better, or, you know. Mm-hmm. I just wonder how his confidence is to be tolerating all of this and still bending over backwards. Like, there's got to be some sadness going on for him.
For sure. For sure.
You know, so just like tiptoe around it. I think you're right about his mom and his sister and them being there and stuff, but just
have a plan and be thoughtful about it.
Very thoughtful. And
and maybe just keep it factual.
Right. And not like, this is what we think you should do. We wanted you to know she's been cheating, but just like, here's what we saw. And we just want to make sure you have all the facts as you're trying really hard. We support you either way, but this is just what we saw and we're a little suspicious or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Do you have any on deck, or should we?
Well, I saw this one. This one says,
I'm laughing. I don't even know.
The most urgent 2 sips, all in caps. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Yeah.
All caps. Hey, ladies, should I buy the Charmin toilet paper for $13.69 or Cottonelle for $12.99? Thanks. I'll wait at the store till I hear back.
She's still there. She's still there.
And she's still there. And so we had to get to this one.
She's been sleeping.
And the truth is, I think Charmin has better marketing. So I would go with Charmin.
Charmin, or what was the other one?
Cottonelle. I feel like Charmin, you know, it's got those little bears in the commercial.
Yeah.
And that's what I can't picture what the toilet paper feels like on my hands or my bum right now.
Right.
I can only go off what I know, and my association is the bears, and that's a cute little commercial. And they also talk about, like, you don't need a whole bunch of right? The bears are the little bears are taking them all, and the mama bear says, "No, you don't need that much, sweetie pie."
Oh wow, I can't even picture any of this. You know what my problem is? I don't buy Premier
Kirkland. You want the answer is
Costco.
Leave there and go to Costco.
All I buy is Costco.
That's all we have to.
In fact, there's some times where, like, very rarely, where for some odd reason we don't have Costco. I can't remember the last time we didn't have Costco, but sometimes, you know, where you're like, you can't get to Costco, and then you're like,
COVID.
Yeah,
Costco was wiped out.
And then when you have the Premier toilet paper, you're like, wow, you know. I
didn't realize what I was missing.
But toilet paper, does anyone buy? They must, because they're still in business. But like,
if you insult me, if I go into your house and you have single ply toilet paper, 100% I'm judging you. Don't be doing single ply.
No.
Don't be doing it.
Never.
We were just at this rental in Long Beach, and they gave you 2 rolls of like nice toilet paper, and then it was backup was the single ply. And
Yeah.
luckily we only had that for about half a day. I was about to go and buy my own. I hated it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hated single ply. I went to, when I used to work at Enterprise, moved up to this branch where it was a male branch manager. I was the assistant manager, and then the only other guy, it was a small branch, so there was one other guy. So 2 guys there, and they bought single ply toilet paper. And I remember like the director coming in, and I made a comment. He was like, how are things going, blah, 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 whatever. And it came up that it was single ply, and he was like, so? And I was like,
Whoa.
do you not understand the value?
So?
Do you not understand the working conditions I'm in right now? This is unworkable.
Working condition.
It's absolutely unbelievable what you're putting me through. And he was like, so? Just like it was like blasé, no big deal.
You know what it sounds like to me? A lawsuit.
That's exactly right. 10 years later, I'm suing the asshole.
I have ass problems
I've got
because of
ass
this
problems
asshole.
because of you. So, yeah.
All right, I got something on deck.
Okay.
I love when people send us like rapid fire stuff
Yes,
and would you rathers. So this is from our girl, Erin Taylor, who I love. Erin, what's up? Hi, call. Here's some more rapid fire questions for you guys. Hopefully they make some pods easier once baby girl comes. Thinking of you and sending love. Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm. Very
That's so nice. Okay. And here they are. King or queen bed?
Oh, that's a question? King.
Okay. Same. But in our last house, we had a small house.
Yeah.
And our room could not fit a king bed.
Uh-huh.
It would have made the house buckle, like it just wouldn't have worked. So
would have made the house buckle. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Just collapsed in on itself. Ooh, what happened there? King bed.
King bed.
The house couldn't accommodate. Okay, yeah. So
sausage casing, So now we have this bigger house where we can have a king bed.
Luxury.
And we've been in here for a couple of years now, and I still think, how did we go, what was it, almost a decade?
Yeah.
In a queen bed.
Right? Yeah.
Especially this go around being pregnant.
Oh my
thinking about being pregnant in the queen bed last time.
Yeah.
With the pregnancy pillow with both of us.
Yeah.
If you're anyone and your house is big enough and you're still in a queen bed with your spouse, burn it today.
Do you know what this is like? This is like if you've been using single ply toilet paper your entire life and you don't know that double ply exists. You're like, this isn't bad. It still gets me clean. I gotta use the whole roll to do it. Yeah. And then all of a sudden someone introduces you to double ply and you think, this has been happening this whole time. I could have been living large this whole time.
I don't know how we did it.
Yeah.
I love the king bed being so far, like we're so far away.
Oh, the room
a whole arm's length.
Oh, it's huge. It's
I lift up my head. I'm like, is Chris in bed or not in bed? I don't know. It's too far away. I can't see that far. Chris, what are you doing?
Yeah. King.
We ask each other every night, what was the favorite part of your day?
Yeah.
And then in the queen bed,
have to do it on the cell phone because you're so far apart.
In the queen bed, our faces were pressed to each other. You know, all I had to say was, "Hey," and he's right there.
Yeah. He feels the vibration of he feels your vibration of your body talking before he even hears you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then now it's like
it's a walkie-talkie situation.
Walkie-talkies. Yeah. All right, favorite fruit.
Okay. This is hard.
Wow. This is the one that stumps
so
you,
many fruits just pop in my brain. I literally, at my first thought was like peach, and then it was watermelon, and then it was strawberry. I love them all. I really.
Okay, well, I'll go first.
What?
I'll go first.
Go ahead then.
No, do you have one? You said the only. It seemed like you were
I was going to say the only fruit that I can think that I don't like is papaya.
Oh, papaya. Oh, that's an armpit.
That is disgusting. Yeah. But every
Does
other
anybody
fruit,
like papaya?
my
Anybody?
sister, my little sister, she's
No.
vegan, and I asked her. Because we got the green papaya salad we ordered Thai. We got green papaya salad, and I was like, "What is this? It's so good." And she was like, "It's unripe papaya," and I was like, "What? This is delicious." And I said, "Have you ever had ripe papaya? It's disgusting."
Oh,
And she said, "Yes. When I went to Costa Rica, I ate it every day, all day. That's all I ate, and I loved it so much." And then I kicked her out of the house, and I said, "Don't ever
yeah.
speak to me again.
You're not my sister.
You're not my sister."
This is when I knew you're not mine.
Yeah,
We can't be related.
we're not related.
But what's your favorite? You have to pick one.
Okay, the absolute perfectly ripe, juicy, but not too juicy, not mealy, not fall apart all over, nectarine.
Ah, I thought you were going to say pear. Because that is exactly how I would describe the perfect pear.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like Asian pears.
Oh.
Love them.
Oh.
So pear is your favorite?
Pear.
I never, ever would have guessed that about you. If you would have said, "I'll give you 100 guesses to guess what my favorite fruit is," pear would have been 101.
You know, the thing is, though, I'm not a real big fruit gal in general.
Interesting.
I'm not like seeking fruit out.
I am.
You know,
Hard.
I'm not like, oh, give me the fruit.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like fruit. I love fruit, but I don't seek fruit out.
Okay.
I need fruit in my life.
That's fine. I do.
Okay. If you had to give up one piece of technology, what would it be? TV, phone, computer, walkie-talkie. I'm not giving up my phone. I'll tell you that much right now.
I think TV. Because you can still watch shows on your iPad and stuff.
I'm going computer.
What?
You better believe it. You better believe
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, I just looked at that list and I thought, what's the thing I use the least? I watch
You're also giving up your job then.
No, we'll find a way.
How?
Okay, maybe I will give up my job. That doesn't sound so bad. But I think about, I'm on my phone all the damn time.
Yeah. Phone is that's not even an option.
No one's going to take my TV away from me. And I can't think of a single other piece of technology that can play in that same space. That I can't say like,
right,
I'll
there's
give
a whole
up
bunch
my
of technology.
Electric toothbrush.
Take away my iron. Is that, I mean, that's a piece of technology.
But so I think we got it. These are like the main, the heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I think I think TV because I can still watch shit on my iPad or my phone.
And you had a big statement the other week where you said, I like books now instead of TV. So it's not really going to hurt you.
No,
can't hurt you.
That actually feels that feels fun.
It's liberating.
Get rid of all the TVs. That feels like a good time. Okay.
Wow, that made me anxious. Is she down?
What?
Chris is, he just put a little L-bell down and he gave me the monitor because he's got to run out the door. Okay. Will you wait till your kids are a certain age to allow them to get a piercing, ear, nose, belly button?
No.
I don't think I've ever given this any thought. You won't wait. If Revy said, I want my belly button.
She already has her ears pierced. She wanted her ears pierced and I said yes. So.
Yeah, I don't think I'll wait either.
Yeah, I have to say no to that.
You know?
Right. Now, nose or belly button, probably that's a different discussion than ears to me. Facial piercings, because they also leave scars. Like if she decides that she wants to get her nose pierced now or her eyebrow pierced now, and then later, like there is, a scar. There's a mark. Belly button feels a little, not promiscuous, but like for a 13-year-old to have it, it just feels a little like, we don't need to be high. We don't need to be showing that off.
No. You're right.
But ears, I mean, ears don't belong in that category. So it's a yes and a no. Depending.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to do an ad and then come back to this.
Oh.
And I know we don't do the transitions anymore.
But you have
it doesn't really work. I was going to say, you know what I won't wait for them to do? I won't wait to get my kids in therapy.
No, that is good. That's a good one. Yeah. Right. You won't wait.
Because it's never too early to take care of your mind. Okay? It's a really important part of you.
It's the most important part of you.
Think
in fact.
about how well you take care of things like your cars, but what if you had to keep the same car your entire life? That's how our brains work. So why don't we treat them that way?
Wow, you're selling this hard.
Okay, no, listen, you guys, for real. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. I absolutely love the idea and the concept and this partnership of online therapy because it really helps remove the barriers to getting resources and help and an experience that helps keep and support a healthy brain, a healthy life.
Yeah,
Okay?
the way that I think about like you don't do a workout or even work out for a month and then be like, oh, I'm good for the rest of my life. Like our brain is also like that. The way that I think of taking care of your mind is the same way that we should be taking care of our, right? Get out and do your daily exercise, get out and move your body or whatever. Also exercise your mind, talk to someone who is, trained. And these are at BetterHelp. They changed their talking points here. So I don't have all the words in front of me. But they are trained therapists, right? Is that why you were laughing earlier?
This is what happened to me. I got all turned around here. Okay. And you looked at me like, Call, we're driving a little loose, so you took the wheel.
It's like, wait, I'm not, the alignment seems to be off on this car. It's a little rickety. But you guys know, I have used BetterHelp. I go online, take a quiz, talk about what kind of therapy I'm looking for, what's going on in my brain. It'll match me. It gives you like 25 different options. Well, it gave me like 25 different options for therapists. I can go through, click into their profiles, male, female, old, young, this is what they specialize in or whatever. Pick one, schedule with one. And if I don't jive with them or their schedule doesn't jive with my schedule, then I can easily switch and it's all done from the comfort of my own home. So that has been super beneficial for someone like me who values her time, but also values her mental health. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sip. That's BetterHelp.com/sip.
Beautiful.
Like that whole thing can be left in. It was good.
Oh, yeah. Let's leave it. Let's let it ride.
I mean, laughter is also good for your mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally. Okay.
So
favorite pizza topping?
Pepperoni. If I only had to choose one, it would be pepperoni. But my favorite right now is pepperoni, pineapple, and peppercini. I like that combo.
Ooh.
I know you don't like pineapple on pizza, but
I certainly don't. But I respect it. That's Chris's favorite as well.
Thank you.
We went to Oven and Shaker last night.
No, you didn't.
Oh, we did. We had that.
Tell me how good it was.
We sat out on the patio with Ben and Elbel, and we had spicy salami with honey drizzle. They have meatballs in vodka sauce, which has become part of my staple order. Their salads, outstanding.
Yeah, their salads are unreal. They also have, I like, I can't remember what it's
Pineapple
called.
Train Wreck.
That's what it's called. That's the one.
Your drink.
Pineapple Train Wreck. I was going to say.
Every time I'm there and I see that, I think about you.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what
Did you order
Ashley
it?
should be here. No, I ordered an old fashioned.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's been a minute since I've had a proper old fashioned.
Yeah, and they do it right there.
It was delicious. It was perfect weather. It was great. So favorite pizza topping for me, I guess I'm going pepperoni as well. Because
it's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. That's hard to screw up. But also like to get technical, I guess, if a place doesn't have enough sauce, that's a problem for me. And I don't know if sauce is considered a topping. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how technical we want to get.
Yeah. When you have like a sweet tomato sauce.
Yeah. And I like the like simple, pure, it's got to be just tomato.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so that might actually trump pepperoni for me if we're considering that a topping. Because if that's off in some way, the whole thing's
especially because you can do, sometimes they're like olive oil pizzas or white sauce pizzas stuff. Mm-hmm. So I would say marinara sauce could be considered a topping.
Okay.
And in that sense, that also trumps pepperoni for me.
Yeah, you're on board.
I agree. Marinara sauce. Yeah.
Creamy or chunky peanut butter?
Chunks.
Really? You answered that so
100%.
fast.
100% chunky peanut butter. Chunkier the better.
Do you have peanut butter a lot on are you a toast
Daily.
gal in the morning? Really?
No, not a toast gal, but I have it on a spoon or in my shake or on like I make a little Shakeology pudding concoction thing and I'll put that
Oh.
oatmeal. And of course the standard English muffin. But
Yeah.
I probably have peanut butter every single day.
English muffin with peanut butter is a top tier
That's an A-list
situation.
Star. That's an A-list star right there.
That's hard to beat.
You know what I like?
Oh, go on.
Peanut butter on a cinnamon raisin English muffin.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what I like.
I'm on board. Okay. I see we're leveling up here. Wow, show off.
Up here. Yep.
I'm going creamy, dude.
Explain why. Explain why.
Ashley spit out her beer.
I almost did. Explain why.
I don't have an explanation for you other than I like it.
Texture?
I just like it. I like
That's reason
smooth, creamy. But I am a toast gal.
Yeah.
I like sourdough toast with butter and then creamy peanut butter.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my situation. I don't know if I want to be surprised. I have chunky peanut butter in the pantry, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll chunk it up and I'll do that. And then I eat it, and I'm like,
then
now I've got a nutty
for me.
thing in my mouth.
God, these nuts in my mouth are really killing the vibe.
It's a damper.
It's a damper on the situation. I want basically all nuts and a little bit of cream in my mouth. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of cream, mostly nuts. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Is there more?
Favorite type of apple?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I would have said Honeycrisp, but when we were just, again, in Long Beach last week, my sister served us an apple that was so freaking good. And I was like, what did you put on these? These are so delicious. And she's like, nothing. That's just the apple. I was like, they're so sweet. She took a picture of it. It is called a cosmic apple.
What?
I've got to look for it. I don't know if they exist near me or if it's just a California thing. Cosmic apple is now my favorite apple.
Whoa.
Better than Honeycrisp.
This has nothing to do with apples, but have you tried or heard of the cotton candy grapes?
Yes.
Those are legit.
Those are really good. My problem with the cotton candy grapes is most times when I get them, they're soft and squishy, and I like a firm grape. So I have to like freeze them. Yeah, they got to snap. I think I've only had like firm, snappy grapes once.
Yeah.
But the flavor is really good. So I like freeze them and then I'll eat them, to try to like give me the snap.
You got to have a juice explosion.
I need it to, I really need in my mouth. See the last comment about peanut butter. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't have like a favorite apple. I'm just gonna come out with it. You know what my favorite type of apple is? Baked in like a strudel. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
and so
a
then in that case
apple.
you need a Granny Crisp.
A Granny Crisp?
That is so on brand for me. When I don't know the name of something, but I act as if I do with full confidence.
Oh, you need a Granny Crisp.
I know exactly what you mean, Colleen. It's the Granny Crisp. Yeah. So, you need, but you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean. You know what I do with apples?
What?
Is I go to Costco and I buy them in the bulk pack of pre-sliced.
Oh.
Where you get like little packages so that you don't have to cut up an apple each time.
Yeah.
I'm like, this way I'll eat more apples if they're perfectly packaged and just grab and go.
Well, no wonder you don't like apples.
Then I let them rot in my fridge. And it's this whole game I play with myself all the time. This time. I'm going to eat them this time. And then the next thing I know, they just have like weird, saucy. They're like,
they just turn like slimy. And you're like, well,
awesome.
It's the thought that counts.
That's my favorite apple game. Okay. Favorite fast food fries.
Chick-fil-A. Easy.
Okay,
Waffle.
this isn't fast food, but top tier French fry is Red Robin
I was just about to say.
with ranch.
I'll tell you what trumps all of that is the Cajun Tots like McMinimans, I think. No? Why don't you take a swallow?
I was just thinking.
There you
No one's gonna beat the Red Robin fry, and then you pull that out. No, she got me.
All right.
Game over.
But I
Okay.
mean, that's kind of a little cheating the system because it's not really a French fry, but it is
Yeah.
still a fried potato.
Right.
And there is nothing like the Cajun Tots
Yeah.
at McMinimans.
No.
That's why McMinimans exists. It's certainly not
Yeah.
for their service.
Are they only in Oregon?
I'll tell you
Yeah,
who knows
Washington.
that. Google.
The internet.
Mins. Let's see.
Yeah, McMinimans is kept in business by their
Pacific
tots.
Northwest, Oregon and Washington. Yeah, they're kept in business by. I mean, it's not their service,
not
and
their
it's not their
service.
beer, and it's not their wine.
It's really nothing.
It's not their atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's
Their tots.
the Cajun Tots.
Go to salad dressing.
Balsamic.
I used to be ranch.
Mm.
Now, with the
Glucose goddess.
I'm a vinaigrette gal.
Yep.
And I have become mildly obsessed with salads I make at home with red wine vinegar.
I have some of that in my cupboard. I need to get on board with that because I think
Yeah.
balsamic has more sugar,
Yeah.
which
I
sort of
love little red wine vinegar with olive oil, a little bit of Dijon, garlic, salt, and pepper, and a little Parmesan. Whisk, 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 whisk. And then boom.
bam.
Anything you put in it's going to be delicious.
I never think about that. I have a lettuceless salad every day these days. I think lettuce should be. I think we should boycott lettuce. That's a hot take.
Yeah. No, I'm in.
We just do just the toppings.
Yeah.
But I forget to put mustard in my dressing.
Yeah.
That is a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I need to be
Little
doing.
Dijon.
Little Dijon.
Yeah.
All right.
If you could be on the show Wife Swap, who would you swap with? I think we would have to.
I've
would just have
never
to.
seen that show, so like
You just swap spouses and then you just see what happens.
Oh.
And they record it. You don't bone.
Yeah.
You just
But you just
swap.
see like
Yeah.
how the other people
I
live.
don't think I think the answer would be that we would have to do it. And then,
Yeah, I think you and I would swap, and I
film
think
it.
Chris and I would have a great time, and you and John would have the ship running smooth.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I
you'd have
agree.
all your T's
Things would
crossed
be
and your
really
I's dotted.
clean.
Huh?
Yeah. Things would be really clean.
It'd be very clean,
Yeah.
it'd be very efficient and organized.
Yeah.
And Chris and I would be running in a tornado, but having a great time.
You'd have a lot.
We'd
You'd
be
have a lot
looking
of
up
fun.
coupons and stuff.
Chris-
ways to save money.
You know what Chris told me the other night? He said, I think that once every couple months, John and I should have the opportunity to come on the podcast and clear up whatever we think needs to be cleared up to
Yeah.
air our side. And I was telling him the story about the letter that I didn't write him on our wedding day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I told that story on the pod, and that might be FYI if you see that on the internet. Sometimes I kind of warn him, like,
Yeah.
hey, there's going to be a reel that you're going to see, and
Yeah.
I talk about you, and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, I just
Yeah.
kind of whatever. And that's what it prompted us. I think John and I need the opportunity. And I said, you're welcome. You have an open invite.
We've invited you for years.
He had a funny idea of that him and John should start the podcast and just pretend, like do the intro and pretend that they were like, welcome to You Can Sip With
Yeah.
Us. I'm Colleen, I'm Ashley, but it's clearly John and
it's
Chris
them.
talking and
Mhm.
just, but I'm like, the thing is you're not doing it in front of a live audience.
So it's a delayed gratification. We can't see their reaction.
Ben's home.
Oh.
He just came up to the window. Maybe I'll get him to say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a couple more and then, and we got to land the
then
bird
we gotta
already,
land the
which is crazy. Which
Yeah.
is just crazy. How many times have you gotten caught speeding and gotten out of a ticket?
I've never once gotten out of a ticket.
He can come in. Hi, kiddo. Come here. Oh no, Ben fell.
Oh, whoopsies.
Oh, come here, kiddo. Do you want to say hi to someone? Yeah. Come here. Come say hi to Annie Ashley. She's in the computer.
It's always so hard for them because they can only see us. They can't hear us because we have headphones on, you
How
know?
was school? Guess what? Who is that?
Oh.
Grandma.
He's pointing. She has a picture
That's Papa.
from the wedding day. I think that's her mom. I didn't know. That's her grandma, I think.
Come here, give me a hug. I missed you.
You want mommy a hug?
Oh,
Nope.
he's gotta
Mom,
go through
F
paperwork.
off.
Okay.
Not interested in a hug.
No, it's okay. He can stay, but I'm gonna. Do you want to talk into this?
Hi.
No. Okay, say
Camera
bye-bye.
shy.
No, say bye. Bye-bye, Annie Ashley.
Bye-bye.
Love you, goofball. Okay. Off he goes. He's
Off he
running into
goes.
the kitchen. He's got things to do.
He's got places to be and people to see.
Okay. How many times have you got caught speeding and gotten out of a ticket? Did you already answer
I said
that
I've
one?
never gotten out of a ticket. I have gotten probably, I'm thinking 3
Oh, okay.
speeding
Mhm.
tickets,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 1 on the way when I was in college. Well, oh no, I got 1 speeding ticket when remember I told this story, I think. I was 16 and I didn't. Remember, I was going 90 on the highway at like 2 a.m. because I didn't think cops. I've never seen a cop on the highway.
Yes.
So that was my first one, but then I went to like the traffic school or whatever. So that was when I was 16. Then I got one in college when I was driving from Eugene to Ashland to see, I don't know if he was my boyfriend at the time or he was going to be my boyfriend or whatever, but see him. And then one after college. And then I just got one in our neighborhood here.
Oh.
So I guess 4.
Yeah.
Never gotten out of one ever.
Yeah. I've gotten a ticket for speeding once. I was going like 50 and a 35. Just totally not even thinking about it. I had just gotten a massage and I was like,
you were just relaxing.
Cooked.
You were vibing.
You know, I was vibing, listening to music, sunny day, just whatever. And then I got a ticket for changing lane without waiting enough time to then change into the next lane.
Yeah.
But I still to this
That's
day,
a cop on a bad day. That's an asshole.
Didn't sit right with me because I didn't zoom over. I wasn't like, right. I was like,
right. Not enough time or space. Yeah.
And I was going wedding dress shopping with my mom. So it wasn't even like, you know, it was like her and I were in the car and then they pulled me over for that. But I have gotten out of tickets. I missed a stop sign, like a residential area. I was in high school and I was like applying for jobs. I was just making a circuit in going to every Starbucks, you know, trying to get into Starbucks, but you don't get into Starbucks in high school.
Right.
I didn't really like, they hire like career people. Starbucks is like,
oh, they do? Career. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I guess you don't really see high schoolers there. That's true. I never thought about that.
I was like using MapQuest paper.
Yeah, as you do.
And then I just was looking down at the MapQuest and just kind of slowly, it was like a 25 mile an hour zone that I just like went through the stop sign and the cop pulled me over. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to apply for jobs. And I had like my resumes and my things. And he just was like, he just looked at me and he's just like, you're pathetic. He didn't say that. That was with his eyes.
Right.
You know?
Right.
He's like, you're never going to get hired at Starbucks. Just drive more careful. Bye.
Get hired at Starbucks.
You pipsqueak.
Yeah. There was another time I got pulled over on the highway. So here's the thing, guys. I learned how to drive from my dad, who is not a great driver. My sister has gotten an immense amount of tickets. I don't know how, probably 15 at this point in her life. She had like 8 at one point in high school, like 8. We were like, you're going to get your license suspended. So I was driving on the highway and I was doing my makeup.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, no, don't do that. It's not safe. But the cop pulled me over because he didn't know what I was doing. And as he walked up to the window, he was like, oh, because I had mascara on one lash, but not on the other. And he let me go, but he was just like, I could tell, you know, I didn't know what was going on. It seemed like you were distracted, whatever. And he's like, this is what you're doing. Just, hey, don't be doing your makeup while you're driving.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one time, but that wasn't a speeding ticket. That was just curiosity got the cat on that one.
Oh yeah.
You know, what the hell is that girl doing?
What on earth?
Also, isn't it let's talk about the most relieving feelings in the world. One of them is when you get pulled over and you're terrified, right? That's not the feeling. And then the cop, he goes back and he takes all the stuff and he does all the due diligence. And then he comes back and he says, I'm going to let you off with a warning. And you feel like God.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You're floating.
You're floating.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Like,
best day.
The heavens have parted. There's light shining down on me. And then you don't have to tell anyone about it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have
I
to
remember
talk about
telling my
what a
parents the
reckless
first time I
driver
got in
you
a
are.
car accident.
You did?
Oh yeah, I remember the anxiety because it was a minor fender bender,
Yeah.
but it was someone ahead of me was turning right, and then I was gonna go right after they went right, and I thought they had turned.
Right. This is
and
classic.
Then so I went right. I scooched up, and then boom,
And you're looking there, and they're still
boom.
there.
They're there, and the thing. And I
Bada
remember
bing, bada
going
boom.
home, and I was like, I was in tears the whole way home. Like, I
Yeah.
got to tell my parents, I hit a car. It was my fault. All these things.
Yeah.
And I remember I had built it up so bad. And their first thought, they're like, are you okay? You know, and now I know that like they
And you were
weren't
all shaken
mad
up,
at me.
Yeah.
Accidents happen.
Yeah.
But I remember
That's
that.
a common one.
Yeah.
My stepmom did that. And that is why, so I always watch out for it because she did that. She thought the
Yes.
car was, because you're looking to turn right on the red or whatever. You think the car goes. So you're looking, you start
Yes.
going, car didn't go, wham,
Car
bam,
didn't go.
oopsies, ma'am.
Boom.
Boom. Car goes boom.
Yep. Matching socks, yay or nay?
Nope. Don't care.
You don't match them? You
And I've trained
renegade.
Revy that matching socks are a waste of time.
Wow.
If it's easy, I'll dump a pile out. And if it's, these match. I mean, I am wearing matching socks at the moment, but I wonder if there was a study ever done on how much of our lifetime is spent matching socks when it's really irrelevant.
Okay, but do you match, like, do they have to be similar in texture?
Oh yeah, they've got to be. It's just like the colors don't necessarily need to match, but like, so like I have like a pack of Nike no-shows, right? And all the swooshes are different colors. So they're all like the same sock, just different color.
They're in the
like
same
I'm not wearing a
family of
no-show
sock.
and then these mid-calf ones.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about you.
Yeah, no, they have to be in the same family.
You know what I like is how Chris approaches it. Is he doesn't buy multiple kinds of socks.
John does the exact same thing.
He buys the same
like one kind
sock. He has no shows and then he has shows.
Yep.
And they're the same.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't have to fuss around with this.
That's what John said. He's like, why are you buying?
I've got a
why are
real
you doing
problem
this?
because I don't get rid of socks enough.
Yeah.
So I have a stock storage. I need to purge a lot of
You need
socks.
to purge some
And
socks.
then we have I buy socks that are fun. Like I buy like Bombas and things.
Yeah,
that have
they're a good
very
time.
loud patterns and they're all
Yes.
different. And you lose one and then that whole set goes to
But then you also kind of hold on to the other one in case that one shows up.
hope.
Right.
The hope
There's
of
you
it all.
holding out hope.
I got a bucket of matching socks folded, and
Right.
then I have next to it a little pile of orphans.
That have been, some of them have been orphaned for months or years.
And I keep it there.
But just in case,
It's got to be somewhere.
you never know.
Yeah, what if
I'm
it
with
shows
you.
up?
Yeah.
Looking for its friend.
And that's my worst nightmare. I throw the sock away.
And
and
the
then I
next
say,
day.
oh, here's that sock.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
Too late.
Okay.
All right.
How
Well,
often do you floss?
I would say twice a week.
Whoa, that's good.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Why?
I
I
don't
say
floss
every
that
single
much.
day.
I know. I use the water flosser. But I need to
Yeah.
hard floss more.
Mm,
I
mhm.
hard floss sporadically when I think about it, where I'm like, oh, I should hard floss. And I don't have
I have fake teeth.
so it's fine. You can't F them up.
No, but the reason that I floss is because I feel like these were expensive.
Ah,
And if I F them, he said, you got to floss, you got to take care of them, right? And if I F them up, then what happens? I got to
Yeah.
pay more or I got to get a whole new set? Like, what do I do? So
yeah.
I try to floss.
Okay.
My goal is every day, but
Yeah.
twice a week.
Who do you text the most? Is it John?
Or my assistant, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably John and Kara are tied. I've got my pinned conversations are you, John, Kara, my sister, and then our old nanny, which I could probably unpin my sister and our old nanny now because there was a time when Teresa made that transition and I became her lawyer,
Yeah.
unasked for, right? I had those conversations pinned because it was all day, every day. But
Yeah. This is a good question. Who's your pinned?
well, that's
Chris is I know, but I'm going to reply with my
Okay.
pinned
okay.
because I think they're going to modify. I think for sure it's. I always say that. I think for sure, where it's like, okay, that is
It's
a wash.
for sure. It's for sure. Right.
Chris, I text the most.
Yeah.
Runner up is my mom, which I love
yeah.
because
That is great.
It's nice. Like we
Yeah.
check in with each other a lot, like
Mhm.
on text. How was your day? Tell
Yeah.
about things. I send a lot of
That's
pictures of
very
that.
nice.
So, but my pinned conversations are you, my mom and dad, Chris, you and Chad is a
Oh,
pin.
that's a good one to pin.
And then I've got my friend Annie. I've got Annie and her husband and Chris. So that.
Wow.
And
you
then
have a lot of pins.
a whole.
Oh, wow. You've got a lot of pins.
I just pin away.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm
Right.
texting someone more than once a week, they gotta
That's
have
a
a
good
pin.
idea to do.
And then I've got a group that we do. Our friends Lindsay, Brandon, Ryan, and Nikki are in a thing,
Mhm.
and then Lindsay, Brandon, me, and Chris are in a thing. So I got a lot of pins in here.
Yeah,
I like
you
that.
do.
I like that. Okay.
Makes me want to rethink my pins.
Yeah, you should. You should
Gotta
add
get a
some
few more
pins.
pins up there.
Get some pins. And you know what I like about this though? It's
What?
got to be and I hate to say this, show me yours again. You got to get at least one more so that it's symmetrical.
Or I can delete these too.
Or delete 2. But I have 9, so it's a square situation.
Yeah. I'm going to
You know?
unpin our nanny. I'm going to unpin my sister.
Yeah.
Now I've got 3.
That's nice.
And I like the idea of pinning our merch. Because sometimes there's conversations that I have to go like search out. Like our merch.
Yes.
Messages with Chad, and even our messages with Kara.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to add 3 more. I'm going to do that same thing.
Yeah. Well, you already the thing is,
I'll
for you,
find
you've
another-
already got me and Chad, so now you've got to find a third one, because if you
I might then take some pins out and
Okay.
add it, because I don't want to be, if I'm digging for a convo, that's a problem.
Right. It's a problem.
Pin it.
I got a pin. That's exactly what I need to do.
You know, the same rules here apply to things on your bathroom counter. If you're using it every day, it belongs on the counter.
Okay.
If you don't, you can dig for it.
What's Chris's philosophy on this?
I don't know.
How's his counter looking?
You know, I don't think Chris spends I don't think he has any.
This is what I'm
angst.
saying. If we do wife swap, Chris and I's shit is gonna look crazy. Like, neither one of us give a shit. I would say once or twice a week I look at on my counter or in my medicine cabinet thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there is stuff in here I haven't used since we moved in 2020, 2 years ago.
Right.
Probably should clear it out. That's for another day, and then I shut it and I walk away.
Yeah.
You know,
But you guys are gonna have a blast
We're
because that stuff's not
Chris
gonna
and I are
bog you
just-
down.
We're gonna be like Sarah, what's her name? Like Shel Silverstein, like Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout did not take the garbage out, and it just like stacked to the ceiling, and just like she's just living her life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Chris and I,
Wow.
and it's gonna be like
Okay.
that on our bathroom countertops.
Last 2. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? Does anyone tell you like you look like
I got
Like,
a lot of
different-
Amanda, a lot of Amanda when I was younger.
Okay.
But I don't want to be an Amanda. I think I'd want to be like an Andy or a Jordan, like a boy's name.
Okay. I could see Andy, but also Ashley, Andy, like it's a similar vibe.
Similar, yeah.
You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you think of one?
For you?
No,
Or for me?
You.
I used to I liked the name Lauren, and people told me I looked like a Lauren.
I could
but,
see you as a Lauren.
you know?
I could see it.
That's that.
When it comes to name regrets, I regret I think I've talked about this, keeping my middle name when I married John, keeping my middle name instead of, like, I got rid of my last name and was Ashley Brooke Molstead. I wish I was Ashley Crawford Molstead, no Brooke, because I have no attachment to Brooke, but I'm very attached to Crawford. So I wish I would have moved that as my middle name and kept Molstead.
You could change it, but what a hassle.
What a pain in the ass.
You know?
I know. I still can do it.
Yeah, you could.
And maybe I will, but likely I won't.
Yeah, what a pain. Do you collect anything? Or do you have anything of sentimental value that's been like given to you that you like are the recipient of? So like
I am very bad at sentimental things.
Like, what do you mean?
Like I don't take good care of things. Whether they're sentimental or not, I don't.
Yeah.
take good care of
So
things.
they become slimy apples.
They become slimy apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think, oh, this is nice.
Yeah. I
I know.
have one milk pitcher from my great grandma. My great great grandma? No, she's my great grandma. And it's from like 1908 or something like that. So I have that. I
Okay.
use it as a flower vase.
Nice.
She gave me other things. I don't know where they are or if they exist anymore. And people give me things. My parents will give me things like, oh, this is handed down. This is
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
And I think,
That's a lot of pressure.
what
It's
the
a lot
hell
of
are you giving
pressure.
me this for?
My grandma, so mine is tea sets
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
tea
yeah.
cups. You know, my grandma, our thing was we would go get tea together.
Yeah.
And then like for our wedding, she gave me like a whole set that her and my grandpa had like treasured. There's one thing, when she died, there was a whiteboard that, not like you know the whiteboards that go on the refrigerator?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can like write things
Like a
on there, little
magnetic one.
messages.
Yeah.
And I would write her a message when I'd go visit. Not all the time, but like cuz it was a thing that, so like I wrote her a message in middle school when I was in middle school that was like, "Grandma, I love you so much," or something. "Grandma, Grandpa, I love you so much." She never erased it. She kept that on her refrigerator
Oh.
for decades till she died.
Oh.
So when she died, I was given that whiteboard, right?
Yeah.
So we moved into the new house and I took it up to my office and I set it. It was like with a couple of things that it was like categorized and it was like
Mhm.
leaning up against the wall.
Mhm.
And I went to water a flower or a plant, right? You can see
Mhm.
where this is going. It was a hanging plant. It overflowed, dripped, and erased the whole thing. Erased the whole thing. And I thought, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Because it's like, my love for my grandma isn't in that.
It's not in the whiteboard. Right.
It's a bummer. But I didn't cry. It was like, you know what?
Mm.
This isn't, it was like really cool. But like, and maybe it was a sign from her of
Yeah.
like, don't hold on. Don't hold on so tight to that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
love
I had
that.
to make it mean something for it to like, but
Not
she's
be
not
so
gone. She's everywhere.
devastating.
She's not in that whiteboard.
Right.
You know?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
There was
With everything getting more and more expensive, ding 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 ding. I'm constantly looking for new ways to cut costs and find savings. That's why when it comes to buying my organic groceries and household goods, I'm all about Thrive Market. I love
yeah.
Thrive Market. You can go on to Thrive Market and you can shop everything, like anything and everything. You can throw a filter on there if you're like a gluten-free gal or if you're following like, you know, paleo eating or anything like that, right? It makes it really easy to find what you're after. They've got all the healthy pantry essentials from sustainable meat and seafood to non-toxic cleaning and beauty products. And they're freaky fast with delivery. Like you add the things to your cart and then it just seems like, how do they have like teleportation? Right? It's like it's crazy.
Freaking flies to your door.
Yeah, it's delivered right to your doorstep. But I love, it's like, I feel this way, same way like with Costco, where I'm like, whoever's doing the sourcing and buying for them, they know what they're doing and they care. Because Thrive Market, you can tell that they carefully vet every product that they carry. So if you buy it and it arrives to your doorstep, you know that it's going to be good. So you can find savings on items that matter most to you. And you can find what you need because they have over 5,000 food, home, and beauty products, right? And that's a savings. Like when you buy from Thrive Market, you can save up to 30% off the best organic groceries. I love going in there and shopping for Ben too.
Yes.
Like, because I always am stumped with like what to get for a toddler. What are snacks, like crunchy snacks that aren't just totally processed and junk
Red
and
dye.
terrible. Yeah, I've done like the bonza noodles that you recommended from there. I love loading up on like good pasta sauces and things like that. So plus right now with gas prices, my gosh, saving time and gas by not having to make that trip to the store. You can buy everything you need online with the lowest price anywhere.
And if you find a lower price, that they will match it, which is Amazing. Yeah. I just went on and bought the kids Cliff Bars. I don't know what they're I think just the kids Cliff Bars. And we buy them all the time, get them at Costco, we get them at Target or whatever. And then I was online browsing the aisles of Thrive, and I was like, oh, they've got these here. And they were, not only are they discounted because Thrive Market prices are discounted, but then they was even discounted on top of their already discounted price. And so I bought 3 big 18-bar boxes of them because it's like, this is a freaking, it's crazy. The prices are crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And we love them. Join Thrive Market today and get $80 in free groceries.
That's cool.
I know. That's THRIVE market.com/sip to get $80 in free groceries. Thrivemarket.com/sip. That's thrivemarket.com/sip.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. Time to land the bird.
What's your rant?
I have created a spawn.
A spawn?
Name rhymes with Ben. A child.
You mean
created
hen?
Spawn. My spawn. Isn't that
I know,
a
but
word?
you said name rhymes with Ben.
No, it just
aren't you supposed to do like name rhymes with hen?
No, that's part of the joke. It's like, I just said it. Name rhymes with Ben. I left nothing to be guessed there.
I've never heard the joke told that way.
Well, that's how I did it.
Perfect. All right, so you've created a spawn.
Name rhymes with Ben. And in my job, one of the things that I do, and part of what I've always done in any job that I've had, is negotiation. Okay? And I've created, and I've talked about Ben's negotiation skills before, and they're leveling up. And I'd like to share the most recent negotiation from the other night. So, and for those of you who are new here, the one I shared previously was Ben has a tactic where I'll pick him up from school or something, and he'll be like, I want a fruit snack, right? I'll say, okay, we'll go home, we'll have 1 fruit snack. And then he says, I want 5 fruit snacks.
Yeah.
Right. And I say 5. I always fall for it. 5 fruit snacks. And then he says, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he did that with Chris this morning. Chris woke him up, and Chris told me this story. This is secondhand. This is his standard tactic. But Chris said, hey, buddy, I made you breakfast. I got waffles downstairs. And you immediately see the gears turning. And now he knows fingers. You know, he knows 5 fingers, and then 2 hands is 10 fingers. And so he's looking at his hands, and you see the gears turning, and he looks at Chris and he says, I want 10 waffles. You know, immediately, like,
yeah.
Okay. So last night, it was lately bath time has been a little bit more of a struggle. And it's like, what the hell? Bath time's always like the best time. Why are we struggling with bath time? So we were out to dinner, and he's really into the car wash, really likes the car wash.
Okay.
Right. And why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You go in, and it's a hell of an experience. It's a great time. You got the big whooshers and the colors and the splashes and the things.
Foam.
And, you know, he doesn't know that a car wash isn't just something you can't go through all the time. Like, we'll go through it, and he's like, again, you know, this is awesome. We don't, you know, but we don't have like unlimited car wash. It's not just something at our disposal whenever we want it to be. Right. So he wants to go through the car wash. And we're thinking, no, we just got the car wash the other day because he asked for it. Bud. You know, and we gotta figure out how to teach some of these things. And then also it's like, hey, couple bucks, entertainment. Why not? We're getting our cars washed a lot these days. And so hi, honey.
Speaking of Ben. He's ready to give hugs now, it sounds like. Oh.
Guess what? When you wake up from that, we're going to go see Annie, Mark, and Walker. Okay? It's going to be really fun. But we want to make sure that we're rested so that we can play a lot. Okay? Look what Daddy has. Okay. I want that. Okay. Go rest your eyes and relax, honey, and then you'll feel really good for playtime. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Rest your eyes and relax, honey.
Okay. He came in to say, we picked him up from school so that he could get some rest in because he doesn't nap at school. And then he came in to tell me he didn't want to nap. Mom, help me out. Dad's trying to do this awful thing.
Speaking of negotiation.
Yeah. So last night we're going through the car, or he's asking to go through the car wash. And I'm thinking, wait. Here's power. here's power, right? And then it's sometimes it's like, hey, we're doing this because mom and dad said so, and we call the shots, like we're your mom and dad. And then other times I'm like, okay, he can be part of the solution. Like, let's use the gears of like how we're going to solve this problem. And so I said, all right, Ben, we can go through the car wash. But if we go through the car wash, when we get home, straight to bath and straight to bed. Because it's like, and
No
I said,
time.
yeah, he said, do we,
or whatever.
yeah, no, and then like I set it up. I was like, do we have a deal?
Yeah.
Because that's the question. Do we have a deal? And he thought about it. And then he said, deal. Okay. So that's where we were at.
Nobody reneges on deals like toddlers.
Deal.
Is that where you're going?
Oh, yeah. So we get to the car wash, and you know how you line up the tire? So you're already in. He's got his part of the deal locked on lock, right? And he knows the guy comes in, we roll down the window, or all the windows rolled up. And I hear him, Mommy. Yeah, hon. Car wash. Milk. Downstairs. Watch TV. Bedtime. Renegotiation.
Hey, Mom, I've got a new idea for the routine.
A new idea. And I said, no, the deal's inked, dude.
Yeah.
The deal's inked. Car wash, bath time.
Yeah.
And then he took the TV out. He said, car wash, milk, bath time. And I said, oh, no, we shook on it. The deal's done. So my rant is just this. I've met my match, so to speak. You know, and this is, and the thing is it makes me laugh.
Who won last night?
Me.
Yeah.
Me, I won, because you can't, once we get to a deal, right, there's no more flexibility. Right. He should have worked that in the beginning. Right. I'm teaching him how to be a better negotiator.
Yes.
You know, we should have worked that in the beginning.
Mommy,
yeah.
You're going to want to kick me out of the car in the middle of the car wash.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, then you do your ask Ben.
He, the other night we were like doing the bedtime thing. Didn't want to do bedtime. And I said, here are the options. Bath and books, or books only. Those are the choices. And he said, downstairs. You know, because that's where the good times party time,
baby.
And I said, that's not an option.
Yep.
That is not an option. So the next day, right? We're not anywhere close to bedtime. And he looks at me and he's like, I want to play downstairs. And I said, cool. And then he said, that's an option. And I said, you're right. And he said, it's a good option.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're like, you're not wrong, buddy.
Yeah. He's like, he had some unfinished business with me.
Like, I just want to hear you say it, Mom. I just want to hear you say it. Say the words. This is an option, and it's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah. Like, okay,
all right. What's your rant?
My rant is similar, I guess, along the lines of just like toddlerness of trying to do this proper negotiation, right? Because we are blessed. You and I are blessed. And you could afford to go to the car wash every day, right? We can also afford to serve our kids meals every day, which is not like, I know that that's not everyone. I grew up, we did not have money at all growing up. And I don't think we were really, I don't remember my sister and I like really having the option to not eat dinner. Like, I don't feel like it was really like, oh, I don't want this. I'll just have something else. Or I'll just wait until, because now I'm like, so the point is all of this, the rant is how much food gets wasted. Because I serve the meals and I just think this is like, it breaks my heart a little bit because I feel like there are kids, literal kids that are starving right now. But they don't have, my kids don't have exposure to that, right? Like, and I don't know how to teach them that. I don't know. So I serve them dinner, and it used to be like we used to ask them, what do you want? Now we give them a choice between two options. Like we used to say, what do you want for dinner? And now we say, okay, do you want pizza or do you want a hot dog or whatever it is, right? And then they choose their main thing, and then we put the fruit and the veggies on the plate. And then they just don't eat it. I would say 85% of the time they don't eat.
Yeah.
Or they'll eat like a couple bites or something. And then I'm like, okay, well that's, or I want this. Nope, we can try that another time, but this is what's on the menu tonight. Okay. So then a couple hours go by and then they're like, I want a bar. And I'm like, okay, here's your bar. Right. Yeah. But it's like I just threw all of this food away
Yes.
And and we go out to restaurants, right? And we order food for them, and they like never
Don't
eat
touch it.
ever.
Yeah.
And it's like it's heartbreaking and maddening, and it's also confusing because I don't know. And then also they have toys all the time. Like I picked Revy up yesterday, and she's like, I want to go to this coffee shop. I want to go get donuts. And it's like they give you this little thing of gluten-free donuts. There's like 7 donut holes in it, and it's $7.99. I was like, Rev, it's too expensive, babe. That's like a special treat. And she's like, okay, well then let's go to Target and get a toy. And I was like, well, you just got a toy in Long Beach. You just got a seal.
Okay, I have a backup plan, Mom.
Right, okay.
I
thought you might
got
say
good
that.
news for
Target.
you. Yeah.
I was like, you just got a seal in Long Beach. And she's like, well, I want another one. And I think to myself, you have a whole goddamn playroom with toys that you don't play with and you don't take, and then she'll randomly walk, Mom, where's this? I'm like, I don't keep track of your things. You know, I don't know where this remote is. Well, yeah, because you don't take care of your stuff. But then it's also on me because we're like giving her, because it feels good to like be able to feed your kids. And it feels good to be able to like gift your kids things that are going to make them happy, right? But then it's also like creating this like so much waste. And it's really, again, it's not a kid problem. It's a parent problem. And I just don't know the balance, but it stresses me out.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're in the same boat, dude.
Yeah.
Ben will say, I want something new.
Right. And you're like, I know. And so then yesterday I'm like, I know, Rev, I get it. I want new things. There's all kinds of things I want that I can't have. And that's hard. That sucks. I get it.
You know what's also a thing? The internet is a tough place to be because it's like there's some answers and some options where it's like, hey, rotate the toys every week.
Right.
You know how much work?
Right.
That
You're
takes.
like, are you going to pay me? Is there a job that you're going to pay me
rotate the toys every week? Like that sounds good in theory, but like what?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Or like, hey, cook meals together. Like involve your kids in cooking the meal.
Yeah. Have you tried that?
Yeah.
Do you also serve that with a
no-nap
Xanax? Like, jeez. You know what I mean?
Like,
it's stressful.
Yes, I'd love to be the poster parent, but we need an Instagram account for it's like kind of the normal people hacks.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like
we don't know if we're doing it right, but we're doing our best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We're
just doing our best.
Yeah. Easy street.
Or
just not even easy street, but like realistic.
Like, this street sucks, but I also chose to move in here, so I guess I'll stay.
Yes.
That's the street I'm on.
That's what we need. Okay.
Okay, your rave?
Do you have a rave? I don't know if I have a rave.
My rave is just Long Beach. So we talked in depth about this on Patreon, but I went to Long Beach, I have 2 sisters. I'm the middle. Both of them live in LA. One of them just got into med school in Miami, so she's moving there this month. And then my nephew, Callan, who you guys have heard me talk about, he's in LA. He just turned 1. Well, he turns 1. What day are you guys listening to this? He turns 1 on the 10th, but we celebrated a little early. 4th of July is my favorite holiday. I also saw my mom there. We rented the cutest little house. It was the perfect amount of time. The road trip was great. Like, I don't know I can't really say more here because I dished completely on Patreon.
Yeah.
But that trip will be a highlight for sure for probably my life. I feel like it just had like high vibes.
Yeah.
The whole trip pretty much.
I love
that. It just felt very good.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my rave.
My rave, I came on here weeks ago and I tore Old Navy a new one. I tore him a new one.
Okay.
I was like, Old Navy, bye. I gotta to be fair, I went into Old Navy the other day because Ben needs some summer stuff, you know? And let me tell you, you spend $100 at Old Navy and you walk out with
an entire
bags
new
full.
Closet full. You're right. You're so right.
It is insane.
Yeah.
You know, and you never buy anything full price at Old Navy.
Ever.
No.
If you've ever done it, don't ever do it again.
You got to have like 3 stickers. Sticker over the sticker over the sticker. Because that's the price.
That's the one you want to shoot for.
You know, $2.99.
We're going.
You know, for $2.99 or $6.99. You know, whatever.
Jacket.
This used to be $60 and now it's $7.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Or $12.99. There's and we walked out with stuff for Ellie, stuff for me, stuff for just bags full.
Yeah.
But you gotta be, you go and you gotta keep your expectations. The silliest question is like, hey, do you have this in a large for a woman, for a female? There's no way. It's
No.
extra small, medium, and XXXL. XXXXXXX, because they don't have like large XL or like,
Anywhere in
sometimes
between.
there's a big divide of
Okay.
like, right? It's just, do you want extra small or not?
Right.
Or extra.
Do you want extra small or not?
These are the choices. And just don't bother asking if they have any in the back or anywhere else. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
And they don't even know if they do, but they don't care.
No.
It's
They
irrelevant.
don't care.
We may have that.
No.
Guess you'll never know.
You'll never
Or will
know.
I? I'm not going to
No.
check.
No. And you got to shuffle. You got to rifle through things.
Yeah.
But that's where the magic is. And I just, and I walked in and I the thing that's nice is I didn't have expectations or something that I needed. Because then they couldn't beat me. They couldn't overwhelm me. Because I walked in and I thought,
you couldn't be let down.
No, I just thought, let's just see what they've got.
Yeah.
And for buying kids clothes, when they just grow out of them so fast, Old Navy, man. That's where it's at.
I never think about Old Navy. I always go to Target. I never think about Old Navy because it's a little overwhelming to me. Mm-hmm. That whole shuffling through and like it's an explosion in your face, just a lot. And I never, it's almost like on like when people say, oh, I shop at Ross, I just don't have the patience. There are like, I see all the time where I ask people like, oh my God, that's so cute. Where'd you get it? Ross or TJ Maxx or something like that. Or even Nordstrom Rack. Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, they find these gold mines, but I don't have the capacity to rifle.
Yeah.
It overwhelms me. So I never think of it. But you're right. I absolutely used to shop my face off. I don't even know if there's an Old Navy near me, but there used to be a ton near me in Beaverton. Yeah. So I used to shop my face off at Old Navy.
Yeah, I got off Old Navy and I thought
how much you could get for how little.
Oh.
I mean.
Oh.
How
I walked out of there and I thought, I feel a little bad here because
right.
that was actually awesome.
Charged me correctly? Oh, because you had talked shit about them.
And now Ben's got the cutest stuff.
Yeah,
it's so cute. They have like just cute stuff.
Yeah, that makes me like go to Old Navy.
Yeah, for kids it's awesome, but yeah, just okay, you guys. Tell a friend, leave us a love letter, tap the 5-star, do all the things.
Do it all.
You can sip with us always. And we'll see you
next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.